In this example, the Protoss player executes his build a lot more efficiently than the previous example. As you can see, I did absolutely no damage with my mines. My first mine was actually picked off by this mothership core because he overcharged a pylon and he killed it before I was able to burrow it. So now I only have one mine left, and it's not even really a threat to him at all. But it's the same play. It's this Proxy Robo Adept drop. And as you can see, his Warp Prism is already in place. It's 3 minutes and 58 seconds into the game. My stim, which was a little bit behind this game, is not even close to being half done. So I can't really move across the map yet. We want to wait until it's about 75% complete before we move across the map. But despite the fact that our mines got no damage done, we're still going to be able to defend this, as you'll see. So now he has a full economy to warp in adepts. This is when this adept play is actually executed properly, and the mines are defended completely. But I have enough Marines to be able to deal with this, so he decides to relocate here. And I think he swings around. Yeah, he's going to swing around to the front of my base because he can't possibly warp in right here because I can take out his Warp Prism. And all he'll be left with are these three. So he decides to go to the safe point below my ramp here and begin warping in. Now at this point I'm about to hit 75%. And you're going to see him move his adepts using their special ability like into my mineral line here. And this is where I make a mistake this game. It still turns out okay. But when this happens, like I said, the golden rule is 75%. But I kind of panic because he sends his adepts in at the same time as that timing hits. So I get my first medvac out. This is late stim, by the way. I started my stim a little bit late. And I see this happen, and I immediately think, oh, I should defend this, right? And it's not a big deal that I do this, but at this point, I'm much better off just moving out here. Because then he has to make a decision. If he decides to continue attacking here, I'm going to be able to go attack him, and he's not going to have units available. But I instead decide to defend this position here. And he does go ahead and transfer his adepts to my main base. But he got almost no damage done because I'm defending here. Despite the fact he's continually warping in these adepts, I have enough Marine Marauder to deal with it. Because I've made so many units so early in the game, and he decides to move back and retreat. But like I said, I made a mistake. When he moved into my base here, my best option was to just leave and then execute, you know, a base trade. Like force him into a base trade scenario, and I would have won by even a larger margin. Let's speed it up a bit here. And now I decide finally to take off. I've defended it, and, you know, my decision at this point was actually a good one. I realized my mistake in not moving out. So I immediately load up these two medvacs. Now I have two medvacs in play. I load them all up, and I decide to base trade now. I initiate the base trade. You know, I boost across the map with these medvacs. Drop in his base. Stop his warp in attempt. Get a mine down. And now he's forced to quit.